Why are web browsers free? We use web browsers almost every day, most popular of them being Google's own Chrome. But have you ever wondered why companies offer web browsers for free even when it takes millions of dollars to build? If we go a little back in time, in the 90s, web browsers weren't free. Netscape Navigator dominated the market. Netscape charged internet service providers a license fee of about $5 per copy in 1996 in the form of a PDF to use its software. This strategy worked pretty well for them, earning the company almost $200 million in licensing fees in 1996. Seeing this growth, Microsoft became concerned about Netscape's dominance. Bill Gates feared that all the computing world would eventually become internet-based and they would lose all of their market share. So they started building their own web browser and spent $130 million annually developing and marketing Internet Explorer in the late 1990s. They eventually launched Internet Explorer for free. Microsoft even gave royalties to internet service providers for switching from Navigator. This is how the era of free internet browsers started from the late 90s. So now you must be thinking, how do companies make money when their web browsers are available for free? There are mainly 4 ways through which web browsers make money. First is search royalties. You have probably noticed that on most web browsers the default search engine is Google. Taking Firefox as an example, Google pays Mozilla royalties every year in order to be the default search engine. It makes sense for them as they make money from search, and capturing the users of Firefox is key for Google to capture more revenue. Mozilla's revenue numbers from 2018, when the browser brought in nearly $451 million, 95% of which came from royalties. Needless to say, it is a pretty big deal and good way to make money, assuming they have a big user base. In Safari's case, they have a greater base than Firefox, considering that Google recently paid them $12 billion to keep using it as a default search engine. Second is indirect selling. For a firm like Google, having people using Chrome is key to distributing their other main products such as Gmail or Google Search, products from which they do generate profit. Since the web browser is the only way to access internet for most of us, building one gives you an amazing opportunity to push your own products. Google with Chrome is the best example of such mechanism. Number 3 is improved tracking. Advertising is the primary way through which search engines earn money. For ads to be the most profitable possible, you need to have as much data as you can about the user. What better way to gather data than building the one app that all internet users use to consume the web? Chrome tracks user data and leverages it to improve its AdSense program. It allows them to build even more targeted ads, which result in even more revenue from advertising. Fourth is marketplace fees. Most web browsers offer extensions to add new functionalities like ad blockers. The majority of those extensions are built by third-party developers who can charge for their extension. If they use the Chrome Web Store API to charge users, Google takes a 5% fee. In addition to making profits from a Google search box, the company also charges the manufacturers of mobile devices for the right to use its software. One example is the Opera browser. They made a deal with companies like Oppo and Xiaomi to use Opera browser as default on their phones. Here are some interesting things to note about the most used browser, Google Chrome. Google Chrome is probably by far the most profitable web browser out there. Not only because of the size of its market share, which is 58.9% worldwide, but because it generates money for Google in every possible way. The more people use Chrome, the more it saves them from paying royalties to other web browsers. It allows them to distribute the wide range of other products such as Gmail. It allows them to gather more data about users, which feeds into their advertising revenue. It generates revenue off the extension marketplace, which is the most popular in the world. Which web browser do you use? Let us know in the comments below and make sure to subscribe to our channel for more videos like these.